Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This here is another makeup tutorial featuring this look that I have on now, and this is a look that once again I just did on the fly. I didn't know what type of look I was going for, but I have this really pretty color from Makeup Geek named Roulette, and it's the color that's on my mobile eyelid. It's just a really pretty penny coppery shade, and actually all the eyeshadows that I have on my eyelid are from Makeup Geek, and on my lips I have a combination of the ColourPop's liquid lipsticks on my lips, and for the outer rim of my lips I use ColourPop's Chili Chill just on the outer rim of my lip, and on the inside of my lip I use the ColourPop's liquid lipstick in Kapow, and I only applied this color here, Kapow, just to the innermost part of my lips. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I achieve this look, make sure you guys continue watching. To start, I'm using the Clean and Clear Mattifying Moisturizer. Next, I'm using the Smashbox Poreless Makeup Primer. In here, I'm using the MAC Prep+Prime pen by MAC and Peach Lustre, and I'm using my fingers to rub that in. In here I use quite a bit because I have really dark circles around my eyelids, so I like to blend out the color corrector up my nose and underneath my eye. In here, instead of doing my eyeshadow this time, I wanted to try doing my foundation first, and I actually like it this way because it seems a lot faster when I put on my foundation first instead of doing my eyes and then foundation. But I like to do my foundation and then my eyes. It just seems like the process is a little bit faster. And here the foundation I used was the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and I believe my shade is 178, and the brush that I'm using is just a e.l.f. flat dome brush. And for highlight I'm using the MAC Select Cover Up in NW45. And instead of using my beauty blender, I decided to give that a break, and I'm using a Real Techniques pointed foundation brush to blend out the concealer. Here I'm just using that same foundation brush to blend out the edges of that concealer to make sure that everything is blended perfectly. And I actually like this process better than using my beauty blender. I forgot how much I love this brush. Even way before the beauty blender came out, this was the brush that I used to apply my highlight and concealer. And once I finish using the brush, I like to go back over it with my finger just to make sure that the concealer is blended into my skin, and I'm just using small patting motions. And I have fine lines underneath my eye, and I noticed that using my finger to blend out the rest of my concealer reduces the appearance of the fine lines that I have underneath my eye. And to set my concealer, I'm using the SACHA ButterCup, I don't know what it's called, the setting powder. Yeah, the setting powder, the SACHA ButterCup setting powder. And I'm just using an angle brush to apply it. And to contour my face, I'm using my favorite contour stick by Fashion Fair, and this is the darkest shade I believe, and this shade is called Teak. And I'm using a pointed dome brush from Real Techniques. And here I'm using the brush that came with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artiste palette, and I really like to use this brush because it's double-sided, and the side that I'm using now is really flat and tapered, so this works perfectly to contour my nose into a straight line. And once I've done that, I flip it over and blend out the contour that I used. And here I'm just using this step to enhance my cheekbones, and also this works well to accentuate your cheekbones. I already have high cheekbones, but this just makes my high cheekbones even more apparent. And this is just the SACHA ButterCup setting powder. And now to my eyebrows, I'll just like to take a spoolie brush just to comb them through, make sure that all my hairs are going in the same direction. And to fill in my eyebrows, this here is the MAC eyebrow pencil in stud. And I'm just using short strokes to apply it, because you don't want to just take your whatever pencil you use for your eyebrows and make one long line. Doing the exact same thing to this eyebrow here. And once again, I just take the spoolie brush to make sure that the product that I use is evenly distributed throughout my eyebrow. And here I'm using that same concealer I use underneath my eye and other areas of my face to highlight, and it's the MAC Select Cover Up in NW40. And this brush here is, I believe, the 217 brush by MAC. And now I'm just taking the e.l.f. pencil, well, not a pencil, but the eyebrow gel set to set my eyebrows so that they don't move throughout the day. And for a eyeshadow primer, I'm using the Paint Pot and Painterly by MAC. And I'm just using my fingers to blend that into my eyelid. And here I'm taking the Makeup Geek eyeshadow in Frappe to apply to my eyelid, or mainly my outer crease, so that once I apply the colors that I do want on my crease and outer crease and inner crease, that the colors are easily blended. And here I'm taking Makeup Geek's Coco Bear eyeshadow with the same brush I applied Frappe with. And of course, I'm doing the same exact thing to the other eye, and I like to use short circular motions to apply my eyeshadow, especially into the crease. In here, I'm taking another makeup eyeshadow, where all my eyeshadows are from Makeup Geek, and this color is called Bitten, and I'm putting this color into my inner crease and also down the outer corner of my eyebrows, not my eyebrows, my eye. And here I'm just taking an angled small brush to use to apply for my eyebrow highlight, and I really like to use this brush because it also helps to arch out your eyebrow crease. Not your eyebrow crease, I don't know what I'm talking about. It really accentuates your eyebrow bone. And I always like to go over that with a clean fluffy brush so that everything is blended well. And for my lid color, I'm using this beautiful copper color, and it's called Roulette. And my paintbrush, oh my goodness, not my paintbrush, my eyeshadow brush, and I'm using just a flat brush from e.l.f. and this is how the product looks. I didn't use it wet or spray any Fix Plus spray on it at all, and the color pigmentation is really great. And here I'm just going back over what I applied so that all the colors are blended. And I'm taking a different clean angle brush to apply Bitten to my lower lash line. And to blend that out, I'm using Coco Bear. And I already applied my eyeliner and wing eyeliner, and here I'm taking the blush by MAC called Raisin, and right after that I always like to apply my highlight to my upper part of my cheekbone. And you guys already know I'm not like a highlight whore. I just like to stick to what I like, and this here is the Lorac Tantalizer. And to set my entire face, I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep into my entire face, even over my eyebrows, over my highlight, just over my entire face, so that everything is blended seamlessly. And here I'm using 2 of the ColourPop's liquid lipsticks. But before I do that, I'm lining my lips with the NYX Mauve lip pencil. The first color I will be using is Chili Chill, and I'm only applying that to the outermost part of my lips. And for the inside of my lips, to give somewhat of an ombre effect, I'm using Kapow by ColourPop. And just to clean up my lips just a little bit, I'm using the MAC lip liner in Cork. And that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and I see you guys in my next video. And thanks for watching.